Let us start the lecture on group velocity and phase velocity. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the formulas of group velocity and phase velocity. After then, we discuss some problems which already asked in the CSIR. Okay. First of all, just see. We all know the general form of wave is y, which is a function of x and t, is equal to a e raised to I in bracket kx minus omega t. Here, this kx minus omega t is our phase. This is very important. This is our phase kx minus omega t, which is always constant. Why phase is constant? Because this phase describes the shape of the wave. Okay, as this phase describes the shape of the wave, so this must be constant always. Okay, then just see how can we represent a particle motion and a wave motion. Then just see, if we draw a wave just like this, let along x-axis we take direction in this graph. X-axis gives the direction of propagation of wave. Then what do you have in y-axis? In y-axis we have direction of propagation of particle. Particle moves just like this. Okay, and this formed a wave like this. We all know the formula for velocity is, dx by dt. One important thing about this phase is, this phase says us whether the wave is along positive or along negative direction. Then how we can recognize? By seeing this phase. Then just see. If in the equation of wave we have plus kx plus omega t or minus kx minus omega t, if this is our phase, then the wave propagate along negative direction. What I say? Along negative direction. Here you can say same symbol, negative. If we have plus kx minus omega t or minus kx plus omega t, then this wave moves or propagate along the positive direction. Opposite symbol positive. Just remember this thing. Same symbol negative. Just see here, same symbol plus plus, minus minus, so negative direction. This is the trick for remember. Plus minus opposite, minus plus opposite, positive direction. This is the small trick for phase, or we can say for the propagation of wave in which direction. Okay, then let us start the phase velocity. Then just start the phase velocity. We know we have the wave velocity is dx by dt is our wave velocity. K dx minus omega dt is equal to 0 if we differentiate a constant, so that we can get 0. K dx is equal to omega dt, or you can write dx by dt is equal to omega by k. this is our required phase velocity, or we can say wave velocity. What we got here, just write down here, wave velocity, or we can say phase velocity. We got is represented as Vp is equal to omega by k. Yes or no? After then, we are going to discuss on groove velocity. Vp is equal to omega by k. From this expression, we can write omega equal to k Vp. Yes or no? There is a differentiate. Let us see what we got here. In Vg, we have d omega by dk. So, Vg becomes d by dk of k Vp. Yes or no? So, what we got here, just see. Vp plus k dVp by dk. Yes or no? This is one expression for groove velocity. And there are other expressions are also there. As we know, k equal to 2 pi by lambda. Yes or no? K equal to 2 pi by lambda. So, if we have to write the equation of Vg in term of lambda, so we can write just like this. Vg is equal to Vp plus, in place of k, just write down, in place of k, just write down 2 pi by lambda, then dVp by differentiation of 2 pi by lambda, differentiation of k, d of 2 pi by lambda is equal to negative 2 pi by lambda square d lambda. Just replace this one, so that here you can get Vg equal to Vp minus lambda dVp by d lambda. This is our required expression for groove velocity in term of one is k and another in term of lambda. Yes or no? And this expression is called dispersion relation. What I say? Dispersion relation. Just remember this one. Then just note down some few formulas related to phase velocity and groove velocity. Vp can be written as omega by k if we multiply h cross on numerator and also in denominator, so that we can get here h cross omega is our E and this h cross k is our P. So this also a formula for Vp. Again, for Vg we can write d omega by dk, or you can write d h cross omega by h cross k, so that here you can get dE by dP. Yes or no? Or you can also write 1 by h cross dE by dk. Just remember these formulas. Okay. And another one formula is there for Vg is Vg is equal to and another formula is there, just remember this one, Vg is equal to minus lambda square d nu by d lambda. Okay.
Our first question is we have to find the relation between the group velocity and the phase velocity for a relativistic particle. Okay. Then we have to first know the expression of energy for the relativistic particle. Let us start. This is the expression for energy and a relativistic particle, that is capital E, that is your energy is equal to under root p square c square plus m naught square c power 4, where p is the momentum, c is the velocity of light, m naught is the rest mass, and c is the velocity of the light. We know we have a formula that phase velocity Vp is equal to E by P. Yes or no? Just write down this one, under root p square c square plus m naught square c power 4 by p. Just keep as it is. Then group velocity. Our Vg is equal to Te by dP. Then what you got here? Here we can get 1 by 2E. Yes or no? Then 2 c square p, which is equal to c square p by E. If we differentiate energy with respect to momentum p, then we got this. After that, just see what we got here. In group velocity, we get that c square p by, in place of E we can write under root p square c square plus m naught square c power 4. Just see this one and this one. What we got here? We can write Vg equal to c square 1 by Vp, or we can write Vp into Vg is equal to c square. This is our required relation between group velocity and phase velocity for a relativistic particle. Okay. Then you got it or not? Then let us take the second example, which is asked in CSIR. This is the question which is asked in CSIR. That is, the dispersal relation is given to us. That is, energy is the function of k. One expression is there. We have to find the x component of the velocity. What have to find? Only the x component, not other components. One point is given, that is pi by a 0 0. That means for kx we can write pi by a. For ky we can write 0. For kz we can write 0. Okay. Then just see how we calculate the x component of the velocity. Before going to solution, first of all, just remember, here we have energy and k. The relation between E and k in Vp is, we know Vp is equal to E by P, or we can write E by h cross k. Then Vg equal to dE by h cross d k. This is our relation. and we have to find the Vg. Okay, and that is for x component only. So here we have to find dE by t kx at a point where kx pi by a, ky 0 and kz 0. Okay, then let us start the derivation. First of all, just write down the energy expression. Is the expression for energy? Yes or no? Then we have to find only for x component, that is dE by dx. Okay, only take those terms which have kx, otherwise cancel the other terms. Then just see, in the first term we have kx, so take it. In the second term we don't have any kx, so don't take this term. That is, if we differentiate, then this becomes 0. Okay, then in the third term there is also kx, so just take this one also. So what we got here? If we put pi by a in place of kx, 0 in place of ky, and 0 in place of kz, then what we got here? Just if we put kx equal to pi by a, then what we got here? That is sine pi by 2, and that is sine pi by 2 is 1. Yes, so get 4 epsilon naught minus a by 2 into cos 0 is 1 plus this becomes minus a by 2. Here this cos 0 is 1. Then what we got here? Here you can get 4 epsilon naught a, and our Vg becomes 1 by h cross 4 epsilon naught a. This is our required answer, which is there in the option. We have just to tick mark it. Okay, this is few problems related to group velocity and phase velocity. This is all about the lecture.